Oh no, not us again!
What?
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And Chris is getting his protein in. I don't know what he's eating over there, but
chili,
if his lips smack too much, just give us a note, let us know, and I will tell him never to eat ever again.
Yeah, I'm pretty good about eating on the podcast. I mean, if I have to, it's not like Mark when he was eating on the podcast. Do you remember that?
Today we are going into the magical world of make-believe with two movies about the fantastic world of the imagination.
Yeah.
First movie we're doing is Dear Santa, who is a movie about Santa Claus.
I guess so.
And yeah, we'll say that. Starring the one and only Mr. Jack Black.
Rob, top 5 musical crimes perpetrated by Stevie Wonder in the 80s and 90s go. Sub-question, is it in fact unfair to criticize a formerly great artist for his latter-day sins? Is it better to burn out than to fade away?
Spirit of fucking broke, man!
Jesus, he was gonna buy one record, which we didn't even have, and then leave and never come back again anyway.
Not the point. What did he ever do to you?
He offended me with his terrible taste.
It wasn't even his terrible taste. It was his daughter's.
Are you defending that ass muncher? Come on, Rob! You're going soft in your old age. Jesus, now all of a sudden I'm offending your golf buddy. I'm gonna tell you something for your own good, pal. That's the worst fucking sweater I've ever seen. It's a Cosby sweater. A Cosby sweater!
God, you picked the best clip for that because I use that. I say that all the time. I say it just like
Cosby
sweater.
Guys, I know Jack Black's been around for like a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades. I don't know how many decades. But if you don't know High Fidelity, that is literally, me and Chris both, well, Chris is way more of a music and record collector than I am. Yeah. But still, I am a music guy and I love my records and stuff like that. That movie is the ultimate romance record movie.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that, like, you know, growing up, it's something you dreamed about working in a record store and then you get paid shit. But it's like that one made me a record movie, and that and Empire Records made me want to work in a record store. So,
dude, my half sister worked at the record store I used to go hang out at, and I didn't even know she was my half sister at the time. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
that's a real story.
Yeah.
Tops out to my half sister Jennifer. She's not my half sister. She's my full sister. I love you, Jen. Boom. Anyway, then also in this movie, starring in this, we had to pull a clip from this movie because he's so young and he hasn't only been in, this is like one of 3 things he's been in, and that is Robert Timothy Smith.
Oh, that's putrid.
Thank you.
Who was that? Who are you? What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? It's me.
Who?
Me, I got your letter.
What letter?
The letter you sent me.
I never sent you a letter.
What do you call this, fudge nuts? You had a list in there asking for all sorts of stupid crap?
So you mean yours?
In the naughty flesh.
Yeah, that's from that movie.
From Dear Santa.
Yeah.
And I got a question. Who calls a kid fudge nuts?
That's kind of fucked up, right? I mean, it makes you think it's a dirty joke. You know, like if you think about it.
It's a dirty joke.
Yeah.
Also in this movie, I went and pulled one of his earlier jokes because I had to.
You had to.
And it's just the way I work. Mm-hmm. And that is also in this movie, the Keegan-Michael Key.
Like I said, whatever? Fuck this guy! Jesus, you
are fucking priceless.
Aww. You're the one who's fucking priceless? This motherfucker right here. Oh, he wants to. Okay. Okay. You want to go
right now? Huh. Guess I could do that. Okay.
Okay, let's go. He said, okay. Okay, let's go. All right, you know what? You know what? You want to really
Do this now? Keegan, you nut. You're not putting me out.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Oh, you fucking asshole.
First round's mine.
Oh, no. Oh, no, there ain't gonna be no rounds, asshole. It's gonna be a fucking street fight. This son of a...
Yeah, from Key and Peele, dude. Like I miss that show so much.
Keegan and Peele. That is like, I feel like that's like what text messages are these days. That every now and then somebody gets the mess up of how they go.
It was one of those shows that, like, I think the next day, my friend was over after the first episode came out. He's like, "Dude, I have to show you this," and that showed me that first skit from Key and Peele. That I said, "Bitch." So,
also in this movie is Brianna Howery.
How long have you been doing that? Mom, I don't want you to cry. I don't understand. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Is it me? Is it because of me? No, it's not that simple. Is it Kitty? It's heavy. I know that. I tried to keep you from it. I tried to protect you. I've only ever wanted to protect you. No, it started before that. My beautiful girl. My special miracle baby girl. Why? Why would you do that?
yeah. So from
That's from Gina and Georgina. Georgie. Yeah. It was a well-known show that she was on. Yeah. So that is some of the people in the movie Dear Santa will be the first movie we cover today. Now the next movie. Oh, did you know that literally that Dear Santa, there at the same time a movie came out in the Philippines called Dear Satan, which is the same premise, but it is not based off of each other. It just so happened they both had the same idea at the same
I didn't know
time.
that. I didn't know that.
It came out. Well, it's one of the facts I have later. We'll talk about that. All right. The second movie we're going to talk about this week is the one everybody and their grandmother went to this past weekend. Literally, I think I now see. I think one of the things I got later is I think it's now the highest Broadway musical debut of all time that was on that's on the screen. It is the highest musical that ever opened up. That is not a Disney film. Like literally, it is. Yeah. It beat Grease. Yeah, the entire run of Grease.
It's a juggernaut
in the first 8 days.
Yeah,
it is a juggernaut. Like every theater I've been going to, I thought they were filled because Gladiator 2 was out or Moana 2. No. Then I went to the theater and I saw Wicked, and that was when I knew where all the people were going to. Yeah. All right. First in this movie, playing the Wicked Witch herself, the one and only. I'm going to mess up her last name. Cynthia Erivo. Is it Erivo?
Erivo. Fuck.
I'll listen.
Okay.
God don't mean people to own people, Gideon. Our time is near. You tried to destroy my family, but you can't. You tried to destroy my people, but you won't. God has shown me the future, and my people are free. My people are free!
From Harriet.
Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo.
Erivo.
Okay.
Erivo. This one I know how to pronounce because she dated, Pete Davidson for a while, so I know who she is, and that is playing the Good Witch, Ariana Grande.
I'm coming in now. Hi, Mrs. Toy's mom.
Hello, Kat. Why'd you get a dog chew toy cell phone?
To help me get through the week. I mean, I know it's not like having a real phone, but at least I can pretend.
But what's the point?
This is all I've got!
But it's not even... Can I hold it? Oh, you You girls are pathetic. When I was your age, we didn't even have cell phones.
Yeah, but you had stuff that we don't have.
Yeah, like dinosaurs and Moses.
Yeah, that's her from Sam and Cat, right?
Yeah, Sam and Cat. That was her second appearance as Cat because she was in Cat and iCarly, wasn't
Okay,
she?
that's right. Yeah, fuck. I'm so old now. I don't know she'd be like iCarly or anything like that. I don't know what that is.
I just know because of research.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
asshole. Right?
It's not like I knew as of yesterday. Like 3 days ago, I'm like, oh, I didn't know Ariana Grande was on TV. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you thought
now
she was
I know.
a singer. Yeah.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right.
Yeah. Also, the great, the awesome, and I pulled this from one of the classic movies in the entire history of cinema, probably one of the best movies in history, from the adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, the one, the only, Jeff Goldblum.
I don't know. Wait a minute. November 1, October, 30 days have September, April, June, November. When October is done, all the rest have 31, October 31st. Halloween. Oh, don't you get it? Orson Welles.
You mean the guy from the old wine commercials?
Halloween, 1938, A War of the Worlds, that fake radio news broadcast that got everybody scared, thinking real live Martians were landing in Grover's Mill, New Jersey. But then it all just turned out to be a hoax.
So,
maybe it wasn't a hoax. Or, maybe it isn't a hoax.
Yeah.
Showing that Jeff Goldblum has always been the smart guy.
I know, he's always the smart guy.
Ever since he... in every movie back then, at least, by far. Yeah. One of the greats, one of the most awesome people. I try to get so many different clips. I wanted to get like a Jackie Chan movie. Yeah. I wanted to get this, whatever. But she's usually always fighting. So this is one of the ones I could actually find her talking. Michelle Yeoh.
It took many years. And she had good reason to be concerned. Because I had no idea the work and the sacrifice it would take. There were many days when I wondered if I would ever measure up. But having been through it all, I know this much. You will never be enough.
From Crazy Rich Asians.
Do it all.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love that movie. It's one of my favorite. I love that is one of my go-to like romantic love movies.
Oh, it's got
like,
yeah,
like comedies.
It's a good one.
It's one of those. Yeah, and she's also in Everything Everywhere All at Once, which won like 942 million awards.
Best Picture, and I think she's nominated Best Actress. She's nominated.
Yeah, yes, she did. Yeah, and last but not least, and just some of the more of the staff in this, or cast in this movie is the wonderful Jonathan Bailey.
She has done nothing. It is you. You have made this match impossible.
But I am leaving for India.
And it is not far enough. Do you think that there is a corner of this earth that you could travel to far away enough to free me from this torment? I am a gentleman. My father raised me to act with honor, but that honor is hanging by a thread that grows more precarious with every moment I spend in your presence.
So he's saying that he can't keep himself from her, which is kind of gross, but okay. Yeah, that's
yes, but it's Bridgerton. So I mean, if you haven't watched Bridgerton, then do you even know? Anyway,
I don't.
That is just some of the cast from the wonderful movie Wicked that we'll be talking about in just a second. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You'll find us online at moviesdontsuck.net. We're at facebook.com/moviesdontsuck podcast. We're in the Blue Sky, Movies Don't Suck podcast at bluesky.social, I think is what it is. Also, we're at Instagram and TS Podcast. We are on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdontsuck. We have a go to TeePublic, search Blackwood Dash Productions. You'll find our shirt there along with a bunch of different deals made. Go to bonfire.com, search Movies Don't Suck, and some of the you'll find also shirts and other shit with our name on it. What am I missing? Is that it? Oh yeah, if you find YouTube, you're watching YouTube at youtube.com/@moviesdontsuck podcast. And I think that's everywhere on the internet. Search us on Google. You'll find everything we're on. Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Neil, who we talking about today?
Oh, yes. Today, our personal sponsor is going to be a place that I got drunk at on Tuesday. So I told them drunkenly I was going to promote them. So here it is. Yeah. The new restaurant, Holy Moly, in Tulsa, is located at 1529 East 15th Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's a new location. It just popped up. They've only been open like 3 months. They have everything from... they got inside decorations right now that look at the inside decorations for Christmas.
Cute. That's cute.
That is cute. They have enchiladas every Monday for $18. And they got Mexican waffles.
What the fuck?
They have $3 tacos on Taco Tuesday. They have $5 margaritas. You know how good the $5 margaritas are, Chris?
How are they? How good are they?
That good.
Oh,
look at that
that's
right
cute.
There.
Oh,
that's my buddy Steph.
What's up,
right
Steph?
there. And if you can see the ceiling on the top behind us. Yeah, like it was a wonderful place. Holy moly! If you're in the location, great Hispanic food. Like the tacos were amazing. I'm not gonna lie, they were so good. Get your chance, go there. You can look them up at Holy Moly. You can go to their Facebook. That's how you find them, is on their Facebook. I guess that's all I got here. So it's Holy Moly, HOLEMOLE, and it's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, Chris, before we get started, let's talk about the thing everybody's asking me about all day long.
Go for it, dude.
All right, so today, guys, again, before we say any of this, remember, we do not support anybody's political. We are our own people, blah, blah, blah. But the guy did kind of create the whole thing that I love a lot, which is pro wrestling. And so today I met the one and only Hulk Hogan. I got to meet Hulk Hogan. Now, as a kid, I was more of a Rowdy Piper, Andre the Giant fan and stuff like that. But still, if it wasn't for Hulk, I would not have ever met anybody, had never been in it and stuff like that. Let's just be honest. I even showed him my Andre the Giant tattoo. There's a nice picture of that. Really nice, and just a really nice guy. The reason we were there, he wanted to buy my shirt. He was like, he just couldn't get over how cool my shirt was. That's why after this, he's at a different location tonight, and a friend just messaged me just now that he has an extra ticket for me for sure. So nice. I am going to, as soon as I get done here, go right down the road from my house and go see if I can go hang out with him. I'm guessing if I wear the shirt, I still keep wearing the shirt, he's going to remember that.
Yeah, sure.
And that kind of, gets my in. Mm-hmm. What he has a beer called Real American Beer, and I am actually drinking it today in my Andre the Giant cup. So I'm drinking a Hulk Hogan beer. Here we go. I took a picture. I'm drinking my Hulk Hogan beer in my Andre the Giant cup from 1985.
Yeah.
And so that just makes me feel really old right there. So it was nicer than I can imagine. It was really nice to me. I couldn't imagine, a better conversation.
So how's the beer though?
I'm gonna say this. If you like PBR, you'll like it.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. It's really.
I'm a big PBR fan, so yeah. I like a good, nice, mellow. It's a nice, mellow, light beer. I don't know what the alcohol content is, and I should watch out due to the fact that I'm going to be driving.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only at 4.2, so I should be good.
Not too bad. I have PBR sitting in my kitchen for like the last month and a half because
what's he doing there, man? Let him out.
Oh yeah, I'll let him out. But yeah, PBR, like so whenever you go to a show, it's always a safe choice that you can get PBR for like $3.
You can always get a PBR for This was only $14, and that's how much it cost for me to meet Hulk Hogan. Oh, and it cost me $14 an hour of my time. Him and Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart, which I don't like that picture, but
why not show the picture?
Because I'm doing the weird smile and I'm not looking right. Anyway, but Jimmy Hart was there as well, and I'm just like, wow, Jimmy Hart's here. the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, I thought, like, all of a sudden, I thought, like, every wrestler I ever knew as a kid was going to
So what
walk
was the
out
line
back
like?
at that point.
What was the line like?
I got there about 25 minutes before he was supposed to get there, but he got there about an hour late. And it was around the entire supermarket. They had to deny people. They had to be like, hey, look, you can't. After this, it's done.
Yeah.
He had 2 other appearances today. So he went around everywhere in the Tulsa area. Like my coworkers over at the wrestling station, the radio stations, got to meet him last night, and I was like, okay, I can't let people who barely like kind of like wrestling, go meet Hulk Hogan, and I, the guy who's overly obsessed with pro wrestling, not go fucking meet Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
I couldn't let that happen.
The Hulk Hogan, man, you have to meet him.
The legend, the myth, the legend, the brother. I was like, yeah.
Neil sent me. He's like, yeah. He goes, hell yeah, and I go, don't you mean hell yeah, brother? But
hell yeah, brother. It's like,
but you talked to Hulk. You're not happy, but I think we can talk about another movie.
Let's talk about movies.
Let's talk about Dear Santa, directed by Bobby Farrelly of the Farrelly Brothers. You guys know him, Dumb and Dumber, Me, Myself, Irene, all that shit stuff he did with his brother, and this is one he didn't do with his brother. This stars Jack Black as Santa, or Satan. Let's get away.
Rob, top 5 musical crimes perpetrated by Stevie Wonder in the 80s and 90s. Go.
Also, this stars Robert Timothy Smith as Liam Turner.
Oh, that's putrid.
Keegan-Michael Key is Dr. Finkelman.
Like I said, whatever?
Brian Howie is Molly Turner.
How long have you been doing that?
And it also stars Hayes MacArthur as Bill Turner. Post Malone's in this shit. And I want to mention, I guess, yeah. And Jaden Carson Baker is Gibby. Neil, why don't you read the storyline for Dear Santa?
When a young boy mails his Christmas wish list to Santa with one crucial spelling error, a devilish Jack Black arrives to wreak havoc on the holidays.
So the crux of the movie is that Liam has dyslexia. He writes a letter to Santa, but he misspells it as Satan, and that's who shows up.
It's Satan.
It's a perfect role for Jack Black.
Yes, it's a perfect role. We'll go with that.
Yeah,
first.
but it's not a perfect movie.
No, like, all right, this kid, Robert Thompson,
Robert Timothy Smith. Yeah, Robert Timothy Smith.
Yeah. Timothy Smith. All right. He held his own against Jack Black.
Yeah.
And that was 100%. These two were the main point of this movie. Now, the problem with this movie is, like, I didn't know what the hell it was. Like, was it trying to be a raunchy R-rated comedy?
Yeah.
Or was it supposed to be, like, a kid comedy for kids?
Yeah, and like I think that if you're looking for morality, it's pretty murky in what you're seeing when you look at the morality. Like, what's the morality of this? I don't know. It feels a whole lot like. Also, it sells it as a Christmas movie. It doesn't really feel like that.
No. It doesn't really feel Christmassy. It doesn't really feel like the teen comedy. It doesn't feel like a raunchy comedy. It feels like it was trying to be all the lanes at the same time. And like the third act, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like they painted themselves in a corner, and I'm not going to say exactly what they did or what happened, but it's like they painted themselves in a corner. And they're like, okay, well,
it was a cop out. It was a cop out. I feel like it copped out. Like sort of like, oh, this whole thing was whatever. I'm not gonna try to give it away. You guys want to see this, I guess. Really, I'm not giving anything away, but there's a giant pothole at the end that bothers me so much. I talked about it with my wife.
Yeah. Without ruining the movie, and I don't want to ruin the movie, just like Chris here. Me neither one of us want to ruin the movie for you because we don't do spoilers that bad anymore.
No.
But go listen to the first 20 episodes.
Yeah. People fucking hated us.
That tells you how bad we used to spoil the fuck out of everything.
There's an episode that talks about spoilers, and that's Daniel Hollywood, and they say right up front. We didn't warn people; we just went straight into it. So, but with this one, then he has a giant plot hole, which I talked to my wife about, and we tried to figure it out how it worked. But it takes all this mental gymnastics to sort of say, okay, I guess I could have done this.
Yeah, and that's not what a holiday movie should do.
Yeah.
Believe me, in the last 2 or 3 weeks now, I think I've watched every single Hallmark movie, Christmas movie on the Netflix, on the Hulu, and all those places. And there's just not this movie. I wanted it to be better. Yeah, it was funny. It had funny spots.
Jack Black is definitely Jack Black is definitely one of the is the part of this movie that works. Jack Black and the kid together, they work, but I'm not sure much else does.
Yeah, it's like again. I just don't know that. I don't think this movie knew what it wanted to be, where it wanted to be, where it wanted to go, and then when it gets to the end, it's kind of like, oh, I guess that's the ending.
Now, I didn't want to say it wasn't offensively bad. Like, this won't end my worst in the movies of the year, but it was a misfire in ways that I just can't say it was good because it wasn't. It had its issues. I mean, I watched the whole thing. I was just kind of sitting there, kind of stone-faced a lot of the time, and then Jack Black would do something kind of funny, and I'd kind of smile. But yeah, like what you're saying, it doesn't know what it wants to be. It can't figure out what it wants to be, and it's just strange, man. It's strange that this got made at all. You know, like I guess you and I said, this doesn't seem like a Christmas movie. It doesn't seem like a R-rated comedy. It doesn't seem like a kids movie. It doesn't seem like a teen comedy. It's all things at once, and it's not good.
No, I wanted it to be better. Mm-hmm. Like I love the commercials, and there are certain parts in this movie that, of course, made me snicker, made me laugh. Yeah. I got the laugh. The kid, Robert Timothy Smith, and his buddy. All right, one thing I gotta talk about that really hit me the wrong way. I gotta talk about this one. All right, because it hit me and my wife both because me and her watched it together. And that is Jaden Carson Baker's character.
Yeah.
That he had these really messed up teeth.
Yeah.
And
by the way, I was like, are those fake when he came on the screen? I'm like, are those fake teeth? Because they got to talk about it at some point.
Because they started ripping on the kid about his teeth. And me and my wife were like, this is mean.
Yeah.
This is just mean.
Yeah.
And like I literally during the movie, I had to pull out my phone and look up if his teeth are fake or real. And I'm not gonna tell you the answer to that. That's your own thing to do that.
Yeah.
But it was just like, man. So it just seemed like it wanted to be something, and they didn't know what it was. They didn't know what it was. They should have stayed in one lane and not try to be 5 different kinds of movies all at once.
Jack Black was the right character to play the Satan character. I mean, whatever. He's just doing what he does. It's just, it wasn't very good. And, it's on Paramount Plus, so, like, you can watch it from home. So, I just don't see this. I don't know if this was made for theaters ever, like something like this. But it's fine. It's whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to bash on it too much. It's decent. It's a decent Christmas kind of movie, but you just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. In fact, I'm done at this point. Chris, what's your score on this thing?
It's like a 2.6, maybe, just above sucking.
Just right above it.
Yeah.
I was going to do the same thing. I'm going to go 2.8.
Okay.
And the 2.8, and the reason I'm going to give it a little bit better is just because of Robert Timothy Smith. I felt like that kid carried some moments in this movie that I was like, man, I'm really impressive. I'm really impressed by this kid.
If we're comparing this,
I was impressed by him. I was impressed by him more than I was Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black was doing Jack Black, but like if you think about like classic Christmas movies, and his character is a good. They could have used like Ralphie. He's like a good Ralphie character. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. That's what he reminds me of.
Yeah,
he reminds me of like a Ralphie.
Yeah,
and that's probably why I liked it so much of that part.
Yeah, but yeah, me and Neil weren't too thrilled with Dear Santa. It's tearing up on streaming, but me and Neil were like, this is what it is, and it's a Christmas movie with Jack Black, and you know, it's I just feel like the idea they could have done a lot better. You know what I mean? Like if they would have gone full one way or the other. I
feel like there's a couple things they could have done that could have worked a lot better.
Because it's such a funny idea. You know what I mean? You hear the idea and you're like, I want to see that. And afterwards, you're like, I didn't know if I need to see that. But yeah, I watched this Sunday and it was fine. Whatever. You know, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com right now. What's the audience score for Dear Santa?
Audience score is going to be 43%.
Really close, 44. They went behind.
I knew it'd be in the 40s.
Yeah, and guys, I know that they call it the popcorn meter, but I am not ready to give up the original of way it was done.
No.
What's the critic score for Dear Santa?
It's got to be lower. I'm going to say 36.
27%.
Oh, man, they went a lot lower.
And here's how little respect critics give to streaming movies. There's not even consensus on it. There were 16 reviews.
Wow.
Yeah.
The critics are like, we're not even going to bother giving you anything.
And I'll tell you, man, the critics really fucking hated this movie. I'm going to review a bad review and a good review. How about that? We'll do Bleeding Ass 2 Biting with a good review. So this is from Brian Tallarico of RogerEbert.com. It says, all the unbelievable aspects of Dear Santa would have been forgivable. It was just funny or sweet. It's neither. 1 out of 4 stars. Fuck. And the good reviews aren't even that good either. This is from Frank Scheck of the Hollywood Reporter. He goes, it should hardly come as a revelation that Black's hardworking comedic efforts are the film's saving grace. Me and Neil said that the kid and Jack Black, had a chemistry, and that's what Frank Scheck believes as well. And Dear Santa, it's on Paramount Plus. I think you can rent it if you want to spend money on it, right?
Right.
And if you don't want to spend money, that's fine on me. It really makes no difference to us if you see this movie or not. Neil, I think, man, I'm still bummed about this movie.
I know. I'm bummed about this movie. But let's talk some news. Maybe that'll help you better.
Okay.
This is The Movies Don't Suck and something news. I'm going to tell Chris a bunch of stuff just to get him in the holiday spirit because he needs happy stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm upset, dude? I found out I had to work Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'm pretty bummed with that. Like to work a full day.
That's pretty bummy.
Yeah. I had to work like a full day. Like to 6 o'clock. It sucks, man. Anyway. It makes me feel better. So good news.
All right. Hey, Chris, has Johnny Depp tried to talk to you and ask you for some money?
No, and he would be getting none from me.
No, and everybody, Johnny Depp has enough money.
Yeah, I'm thinking he does, yeah.
So please stop sending money to the impersonators of Johnny Depp that are going around scamming old people for money. According to Gizmodo, 197 individual complaints were made to the Federal Trade Commission in the past year regarding scams involving Johnny Depp impersonators. In almost all the cases, communications between the scammer and the victim started on the social media apps like Facebook and messaging apps like Telegram, WhatsApp, or whatever. And money transfers occurred via Coinbase, Bitcoin, PayPal, and gift cards.
What?
Johnny Depp is not going to ask you for money.
No.
I don't care how old or young you are.
He's good.
He's got money.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
So please don't give Johnny Depp any money unless he's acting for you in a movie. Then pay him his per day, at least.
Yeah. Sometimes they like say you can spend like $50 a day, and he's like, that's not enough, and they're like, it is enough. Deal with it. But yeah, it's
a social movement.
Go ahead.
I
don't know.
No, go ahead.
I don't have much more to say about it, so you can go ahead with the story while you drink your beer. So.
I'm drinking beer because beer is good.
Yeah.
Beer is good. It's stuff.
I'm drinking Diet Pepsi, so whatever.
Right now there's a big social movement because for the Taylor Swift movie that they're working on, that they want Amy Adams to play Taylor Swift's closest friend and her where's it at? Boom Boom play and her like not mentor, but her publicist, Tree Payne in a biopic. And people are now asking if she will do it. She was even asked about this on the Tonight Show the other night, and she said that would be amazing. That'd be so much fun if it got me closer to Taylor Swift, and that's even better. And so, does the internet control everybody that plays parts now?
I think they play a part. Like, for example, if they had someone cast for something that they hated, they change it. For example, if you think about Sonic, you remember Sonic the Hedgehog, his first design, and how the internet went fucking crazy when they saw what Sonic looked like, so they changed it to look actually more like the Sonic the Hedgehog character. I think it's the same thing with actors. If there was someone was outraged, they change it. I mean,
it worked for Sonic.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel like Taylor Swift's 34 years old. Does she need a movie yet?
I mean, she's like sold about as much as Michael Jackson.
She's a superstar. She's like one of the last few superstars. I don't know if she needs a movie.
I think she needs whatever she needs.
Okay.
Who am I? I'm not gonna say either or because I am not gonna get the Swiftie army give to me.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're terrified of the Swifties.
And I'm a big fan of her boyfriend Travis Kelce. So I don't know what can I say? I was actually the Kelce's. If you guys want a different podcast or something to watch, interviewed Bill Murray earlier this week. And, it was funny. It was funny. It was funny. They talk about the Roadhouse joke that he pulled. Anyway, Werewolves director Stephen C. Miller, after this movie comes out, he's already targeting 2 major horror franchises that he wants to take back old school, do practical effects, no CGI, and wants to do it old school like. One being Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And he wants to take over the Halloween series.
Maybe. I don't know, man. I haven't seen Werewolves. I know it's out today. Actually came out today. I'm sure it's fun, but he needs to calm down a bit. I think. I don't think he needs to, as much as I like seeing new classic horror franchises through new eyes.
Right.
I'd like to see some new hair for horror franchises personally. I don't need another Halloween or another Friday the 13th. I'll leave those be.
I would do another Friday the 13th if it was done better.
Okay. You didn't like the Jackie Earl Haley.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always, they're in the cabin and there he is. Or if they do it better. I don't know. I don't know how you could do it better. I'm not the writer.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
what if someone said they wanted to do? What if someone said they want to do a Nightmare on Elm Street remake? Cause they did that one, Jackie Earl Haley.
It's just so hard because Michael Myers is underneath a mask. Jason Voorhees is behind a mask. So it's just about body movement. Yeah. Freddy Krueger was because of Robert Englund. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, it is him. Right?
That's why that character got over.
Yeah. And it's weird.
Talking about a character that got over with everybody, Mike Myers has said that the script is coming along great, and he is almost done with the Shrek 5 script that will be bringing back all the original people.
I thought it's not Austin Powers 4, which he's been talking about for years, too.
I know it'll be like 20. They'll be like 105. Like,
I don't know if it can get made again. Can it get made again? Like, can they make that movie again? Like, can they do a fourth one?
They're on the 5th one, bro.
Wait, there's a 4th Austin Powers?
Oh, Austin Powers.
Yeah.
No, they would be on the 4th one. Austin Powers. Yeah. I don't know, because you don't got Mini-Me anymore. You don't got, like.
I mean, a
lot of people that have gone away.
I went online last month and I saw Mike Myers now, and he's like a silver fox. He's good looking now. It's different.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's all silver and he's looking like distinguished and dignified. It's crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Talking about silver foxes, the hunt for Gollum is heavily trying to recruit one of the biggest iconic people from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and they still haven't got him to sign on the dotted line.
Can I guess who it is?
The one, no, get 100%.
Sir Ian McKellen.
No.
Oh. Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen is the one they are trying to get to dot the line, because his character Aragorn or Stryker would be part of the hunt for Gollum.
God, is this gonna be like full live action film?
Yes, this is gonna be a live action film.
Because Gollum. Wait, so I don't know the hunt for Gollum. This is before. This is after. Is this like? Because they're old now. Like Viggo Mortensen's 60. Ian McKellen has to be in his 80s. So I'm just figuring out how they're going to try to do this. So, yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm down for it, though.
Okay, yeah.
Spoiler alert for anybody that's doesn't want anything spoiled about what's coming up in the new Fantastic Four movie. But this is just a fun story. Like, urban explorers in the London area ended up finding the leftover parts of a set that they were filming, and which would point at one of the Fantastic Four's biggest villains of all time, the Mole Men.
Oh yeah.
So they're now thinking that the Mole Men will be a part of the first movie.
Well, did they take pictures and send it on the internet? They had to, right? You can go Urban Explorer.
Yes, there's pictures you can go find. I don't want to ruin it that much.
Oh. Neil, you right?
Oh yeah, I got it. And Logan's hanging out with Hulk Hogan right now. Scream 7 has casted Ghostbusters and Madam Web star in the new slasher movie. Celestia O'Connor, who's playing the love interest to Finn in Ghostbusters Afterlife when it was based in Oklahoma. Do you remember the girl that he liked?
Yeah, I remember
that. She is now going to be in the Scream 7 series. So they're going for it. The movie that is number 1 on Netflix this week is year 3 in a row for Miss Lindsay Lohan, who is now bringing Christmas movies back to the top. That's right. Her new movie, Our Little Secret, has topped the global and domestic charts for the last 2 weeks now.
She's been living,
over at Netflix.
She's been living in Dubai since 2020.
Hey man, whatever goes floats her boat.
Yeah.
Who am I to argue with her?
Guess right.
Oscar nominee is being there's a big Oscar nominee who's being added to an Academy Award nominee who has been added to the MCU, and we don't know what part. People have a guess, but they don't know what part, and that is Coleman Domingo. And people think he's the guy who's going to be taking over Conqueror Kane.
He's good. He's a good actor, man. I wouldn't be upset with that.
No, I wouldn't be either. He just says right now it's up in the air and that they've been having a lot of meetings.
Do you think they'd fix all the other stuff that he's in?
I don't. Hopefully it all gets fixed.
Okay. Yeah.
We want all to be done. Deadpool Wolverine did remove a joke that they redid to make Disney happy. The joke was, oh man, I guess I can breathe now with Mickey Mouse's cock out of my throat.
Oh my god!
Which was said right after Blade and Gambit and all walked in, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not gonna allow you to say that one."
Well.
And they're like,
"You think maybe they do an uncut version? It comes on.
I know.
By the way, do you think? I think that a Gambit with I want that Gambit with Channing Tatum. I think that'd be awesome.
I want Gambit with Channing Tatum all the time now. Yeah. I want a 12-hour show
of just that. Yeah,
it's just Gambit. I don't care what he does.
Do a 6-part series, man. I'd watch that. You know, the movie. Just do like a 6-part series with Gambit.
David Hopper doing his thing, going around going around telling everybody doing his thing for the new Captain America. Says there is a script, they are working on it, and yes, Violent Night 2 should be in the works coming quickly.
Good, because the first one was amazing.
I'm talking about sequels that are coming quickly. In February, starting filming is Smile 3.
Good. I like Smile 2 a lot. Listening to Smile 3 just as good. I'm trying to imagine what that's gonna be like. It's gonna be pandemonium. It's gotta be.
Also, Adam Driver, one of my favorite actors, has been doing Amazon review videos where he does and says it seriously. Like he'll read one one that says, "What can I say about the banana slicer that hasn't already been said about the wheel and penicillin? This is one of the greatest inventions of all time." Like literally, he goes and reads it like Shakespearean, and it is amazing.
I can't imagine what people were thinking about this. Like, I mean, it's funny for sure. I like Adam Driver quite a bit in almost everything he's in. So
that's awesome. And last but not least, there are many news stories. And let's be honest, it's the holiday season. Y'all know, like between Thanksgiving and New Year's, news segment kind of goes the non-existent. And I got to reach for some of them, but this one's a good one, and I like this one. It makes me happy. Gladiator 2 just hit a huge record for one of its stars. It is now the highest grossing movie for Denzel Washington.
What the fuck, really?
Yes. It's the highest grossing film of his entire career.
Man, that's kind of sad. It's because it's not.
It has grossed $320 million worldwide as of this, which was 2 days ago.
I wonder if it'll break 500 million.
The closest, his previous closest one, was American Gangster for $267 million.
Oh, I was there for opening weekend for Gangster. Were you there for opening weekend for American Gangster? Because I was. It was great. And so, all right, Denzel. Well, I heard he's going to be in the new Black Panther movie. You know, so maybe that'll be his highest grossing one after this one.
Hopefully. But
Well,
that's it, man. Right. That's it. That's the news.
That's the news.
That was the movies don't suck and some of the news. I read stuff to Chris. Chris likes it. Now he's going to go home and contemplate it for hours, wondering what happened to his time in his life.
Well, I am on my bad. I gotta leave after this and go see Greek Death. The band Greek Death. And you guys don't know who Greek Death are? They're a shoegaze band. Check them out. But, Neil, we're talking about Wicked. Directed by John M. Chu. Now I know he picked Crazy Rich Asians for Michelle Yeoh. Because John Chu directed Crazy Rich Asians. He also directed In the Heights, G.I. Joe Retaliation, Step Up and Step Into the Streets. And this is his newest one, Wicked. Based on the wildly, that's not that one. That's actually the Broadway picture for Wicked.
Oh, that's the Broadway. Here.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this is based on the wildly popular Wicked, but Neil, this stars Cynthia Erivo. Yeah, Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba.
God don't mean people to own people, Gideon.
Also, Ariana Grande as Galinda.
I'm coming in now.
Michelle Yeoh plays Madame Morrible.
It took many years.
Jonathan Bailey plays Fiero.
She has done nothing, it is you.
And Jeff Goldblum plays the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I don't know. Wait a minute.
There we we go. Neil, why don't you go read the storyline for Wicked?
Oh, I knew I was gonna.
Elphaba.
All right.
Elphaba.
Thank you. Elphaba, a misunderstood young woman because of her green skin and
Glinda.
Althea, a misunderstood young woman because of her green skin, and Glindola, a popular girl, become friends at Shi's University in the Land of Oz. After an encounter with the wonderful Wizard of Oz, their friendship reaches a crossroads.
All right, so Neil, I'm going to tell you a quick story real quick. So
you hadn't seen this in Broadway, I get it.
No, I didn't see it Broadway. When we finish the story. So me and Leah, when my wife first got together, one of our first trips together was to San Antonio. We went to San Antonio to see a professional production of Wicked. And we were on the boardwalk in San Antonio, and we decided before we go see the show, we eat there at a Mexican restaurant off the river that walked there. And so we go there, and we have a fishbowl margarita. And we finished it, and we're like, that one's shit. Let's have another one. And I don't remember the play, but I do remember my time in the bathroom trying not to throw up during Wicked because we were
my God, dude.
We were so wasted. I was fucked up. It was like
you were wasted at Wicked.
Yeah. In the bathroom, dude. It was.
Like, I understand going to go a couple beers at the bar. I'm going to go have, but at Wicked?
We got super fucked up. I did. At least I remember we had to figure out how to get back to the hotel because we just had to walk it, because we were so fucked up. We drank one of the fish one reviews. The people were just like, God, we couldn't even finish one. And we're like, let's fucking do this. And that happened. Luckily, in Dallas, a couple years later, I saw Wicked Stone Cold Sober. And I gotta say, I like this movie better than the stage show I saw. I like this movie quite a bit.
Oh, and remember when you bitched about me telling you we're going to watch this movie? Like,
yeah, I was wrong, dude. This movie's a good. This is
all time. You're just like, I don't want to watch that.
I know. But no, I want you to start about this movie.
That's what Chris sounds like when he does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's my voice.
Now, this is the beginning because this happened a decade ago. This play.
Yeah. Well, this play's been
where
forever.
People started thinking, oh, maybe the villain isn't the bad guy.
Yeah.
Maybe Johnny in Karate Kid isn't the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because Johnny didn't do anything wrong. A dude moved to town, stole his girlfriend, and then started pulling pranks on him all the time.
Yeah.
Of course he's gonna fight back. That little punk,
Cobra.
What's Karate Kid's name? Not Ralph Malgio. That's his real name.
I don't remember his name.
Daniel.
Danielson.
Yeah, Daniel. Anyway, that's what Wicked is. Wicked is like, hey, you guys all thought she was the bad guy, but let's reevaluate Wizard of Oz. Yeah. They kill her sister, steal her family heirloom. Like everybody did shitty to the Wicked Witch. Elphaba, which is, I believe, the initials. Here it is. Boom.
Yeah.
It is the initials of the author, L. Frank Baum's initials is LFB, that's why the name is Elphaba.
Yeah. I do want to mention this is based on the book Wicked, which came out in the 90s, I think. So.
Yeah, exactly. But it was awesome, the fact that this movie was like, dude, you can see from her point of view why she and it's just like she was an outsider trying to and then of course, by the time Dorothy gets there, they have to be 40 years older.
Yeah.
At least 40 years older, because that's how much older they look in the Wizard of Oz compared to this. So I mean, this really shows you where, people are just cruel. humanity is cruel. And that's what this shows. This shows that everybody thinks everybody should fit in a spot, or they should be like the crowd, that everybody should agree. And this is the movie that goes, hey, guess what? No, that's not it. And then showing how much following a group of people makes you kind of ignorant, and also that you create your own cruelties towards other people just because they don't like what you like, just because they don't follow what you follow. And that should not be a thing, because we're all individuals. And this movie knocks that message right out of the damn park and makes you fall in love with these characters. By the end, I'm so annoyed with Ariana Grande. I hope she gets like stabbed like 10 times and dies.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Let's talk about the actual. I heartbreaks for both of them. But this is part one, guys. This is part one. Wicked. It's not going to be. You go in, you don't know it. Tells you it's being. But I will tell you this: that I was telling my wife, we saw this last Wednesday. I read the podcast. I left, and I was like, what do we do? She's like, let's go see Wicked. So we saw Wicked. And one thing is, I remember walking out telling my wife is that it's the first movie since pandemic that felt giant. Like a giant fucking movie. It's a giant. Yeah, it felt like a giant movie. Like it felt so big. And the part of that is because you can tell this was a lot of it was practical effects. They were on a giant soundstage, a lot of giant soundstage, and anything that was CGI was dormant. They built these sets, and it felt real. You could tell they weren't standing behind the green screen.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. That's
real.
That's real. And that field behind them, that's real. That all this stuff, all these sets are real. It's not behind the green screen. They built these things, and you can tell because it looks gorgeous.
Oh, wrong movie. Yeah. I even like her glasses, how they're designed. Those are cool. But yeah, like these sets are. Oh, that's from the musical. It's just in case you talked about it. But these sets are just like it knocks them right out of the park on how good some of these sets are. Look at that. I mean, you can tell. Like, there's pictures you can go get, like. Of the actual village, Munction Village. You can go get pictures of that people took of it after it got done filming and stuff like that. That it's still sitting there.
It's a gorgeous movie. It looks so good. And I mean, Neil, how do you feel about musicals in general? I'm not a big fan of them, but I like this. I do like this. What are your thoughts on musicals?
I'm a musical fan. Yeah, I like me a good musical. Yeah. And this one was just one of those movies that, even though it is musical, that don't matter, man. They built a universe. They made the universe look good. It was believable, even though it's a place of imagination and just like
magic.
Magic and make believe and all that stuff. But it was believable as a universe that you could go to and stuff like that. It reminds me, and I'm going to say this, and you can do whatever you want, and you can make fun of it. You can do whatever you want with it. It reminds me of, like, seeing the first Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely with you.
Like, where it's like as soon as the stuff pops up and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, this is going to be crappy CG. But then you're like, nah, this feels real. Yeah. Like, I feel like how Hogwarts is just right over there. I feel like the university is just like, it's somewhere hidden. I need to go find that bastard. I'm sorry, Rowdy Piper just knocked over. I gotta
you gotta fix him. Yeah.
Like literally, it's just one of those movies that I'm just like, damn, bro. This feels like I was in it. I was in it to win it. I was like, it could have been 10 hours and I wouldn't even notice.
It loses the hype. It's one that I didn't think I'd walk out of this saying it's one of the best movies of the year, but it totally is. And
I know. Yeah. It's like, I hate when this happens. Yeah, I know. It's fucking December. Stop giving me good movies in December. I already got my top 10 made. And
Neil, Nosferatu's coming out. And I'm not going to do my top 10 until that's been seen by both of us. But Wicked, dude. It's 2 hours 40 minutes. I could have, like you said, I could have sat in that chair and watched 10 hours because this movie is magnetic. It's giant. It's a spectacle.
The two actresses. Let's give praise to the main group of actors in this movie, because Ariana Grande, best thing I think she's ever done ever.
Yeah, by the way,
acting wise,
I couldn't even tell. Like, I didn't tell you what she looked like until after I walked out of this movie, because she is so good as Glinda. It's insane. And Cynthia Erivo.
See, like, like I know the only way I know Ariana Grande's acting is she was in a movie. What was the movie that she was in where the world was coming to an end and nobody would believe them? Look Up.
Look it up. Keep going.
Was it Look Up with?
Look Up. Yeah, Look Up with Jeff Goldblum.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Don't look up. Don't look up. Don't look up.
Don't look up.
Yeah,
that's the only time I ever saw her in a movie. I didn't watch her series. I didn't watch her Disney series and stuff like that, which then I saw like 40 minutes of her stuff because I was looking for clips for the show. But she just knocked this out of the park. Like, she has a career in acting now. Like, I know she's already had a career in acting, and I know if anybody, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But this made her. This is Syndicate. This is it.
Yeah, and she's so fucking funny in this. She's so funny in this one. Like,
and she plays perfectly.
Yeah.
Where she's like, "Oh no, I'm the good guy." No, you're the evil bitch.
Calm down. Cynthia Erivo, perfect Elphaba. Like, I didn't know much about her before, but I couldn't imagine anyone else playing that role after this.
No, I could not. Neither one of these two could be replaced. Jeff Goldblum knocking it out of the park. I mean, of course it did. I mean, just like anybody else that has reviewed this movie, yes, it reminded me a lot of him being the guy in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
It reminds. What was the name of that guy? Headmaster or something like that. Grandmaster.
Yeah.
Grandmaster. I didn't even have to look it up. I just finally got it. Grandmaster. That's what it kind of reminded me of. But guess what? That worked perfect for this version of Wizard of Oz. It was great. I liked it. I was happy with it.
And also, I want to mention Michelle Yeoh was great. Jonathan Mills was great, and I really like Bach and Vanessa Rose, Ethan Slater and Marissa Bode. Those two people, they just made me smile. This movie is just so good. And I didn't want to be this good, but it is.
I know you were so crunk. You're just like and I was like, oh, come on. I even made my room green today.
I know.
To go with the.
It's a really good movie, guys, and you guys know, me and Neil, we generally aren't these type of people that like these movies, but
No, whoa.
I'm Joe.
Don't you cone me in with your hatred for musicals, bro. All right. I have always I have to force you to do musicals since the beginning of this damn podcast. And there's times I purposely didn't tell you movies were musicals. So then when you went into it, you couldn't be like,
Okay. So I'll say this. Generally, I don't like musicals. But Wicked is the exception because it's so good. It's magical. It looks great. It feels giant, like I said. And I really feel like that's what I've been telling people. Since pandemic, I movies are a giant as big as Wicked is. And Wicked is an event. It's giant. And really, this is one of the best movies you'll see this year is Wicked. It's for everyone,
all right,
too.
Let's do it, man. Let's get her done.
All right. What's your score on this?
Dude, it's got to be a 4.8, dude. This is literally one of the best movies of the year.
Yeah.
It is right up there. They did it. They took something that I never got to see the Broadway play. They took something like that was already magical for a lot of people, and they gave it to a whole new audience that never got to go to Broadway, just like me. I fucking love it. They knocked it out of the park. This is a damn home run.
Yeah, 4.8 for me too. I don't think I've gone that high because I really have nothing bad to say about this movie.
I don't either. Yeah. I don't even it made me sad where it was supposed to make me sad. It made me tear up almost.
Oh yeah, I teared, dude.
I was just like, what the hell?
And your theater was packed, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every theater's been packed with this freaking movie.
So guys,
I like.
Yeah, I want to mention real quick that just real quick, it's something. It's I don't know what to say. It's just I want to mention that we don't go to 5 unless it's life changing. This is pretty high. This is pretty high for us.
Yeah, it's pretty damn near for us.
And so, yeah, guys, this is the Neil gives it a 4.8. Go see this movie in the theater if you can. Do your best to see this in a big theater because that's when you get the most impact out of this. If that's the only issue I had, it's that you want to see this in theaters. You have to.
Yeah.
All right, Neil. On RottenTomatoes.com, what's the audience score for Wicked?
93?
96%.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to guess anything under a 95, okay, for the critics. Critics are going to give it like a 97.
Critics could actually get 89%. Yeah.
What crack are they smoking?
I don't know. So there's an audience consensus that says, "Fly, do not run to see Wicked, a bewitching musical experience chanted by spellbinding cast." And the critics' consensus is, "Defying gravity with its magical pairing of Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Wicked sheer bravura and charm make it for an irresistible invitation to us." Here's a not so great review. This is from Amy Nicholson at Film Week in KPCC in NPR Los Angeles. She says, "Drags and drags and drags. I was staring at the costume and saying, can this end? She can suck a dick. This was amazing."
Chris, you can't tell people to suck a dick.
You're right. I can't do
You
that.
can just say, I don't agree.
I don't agree.
Don't be that
Okay.
nuts.
Yeah, I know. I'm being mean to her, right?
Yeah, you're being kind of mean, but that's all right. Whatever.
Yeah.
You are being you.
Yeah. I don't think I'm that mean. Come on. And this is from this is okay. I'm gonna find a good one. Okay. This is from Linda Quick of our Quad City. She says it's wickedly entertaining. 4 stars. So me and Neil really like this movie. It's one of the best movies we've seen this year. I didn't think I'd say that. Neil didn't think he'd say that, but here we are. Wicked. Go see this in theaters with your family, with anyone. It's one of the best movies you'll see this year. Wicked.
Yep. All right, Chris, this has been a great episode, but my dog is telling me it needs to go out.
All right, let's go ahead and
so I need to get the heck out of here, bro.
Okay. You can find us online at We're at Facebook.com/podcast. We're on Twitter. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We're on Blue Sky, Movies on Suck Podcast, at Blue Sky Social. We're on Patreon.com/ search Movies on Suck. You know what? Neil's trying to get out. He's got his dog. You can find us online. Just search our name. Also, if you want a sticker, email us. I still got some of them. I still got them. They're right here. So yeah, send us a message. Neil, what do we do for small businesses?
If you got a small business, just let us know. Give us that information. Email us, message us, anywhere, and we'll be more than happy to give you your information right here on Movies That Don't Suck, and some that do to our thousands of listeners and our millions of followers right here at Movies That Don't Suck. And some that do.
We out here? Let's do this.
Alistair, are we out of here, buddy? That's another episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter how hard at times, if you write to Santa and you end up with Satan, remember, he's not that wicked. He just wants to give you 3 wishes to take your soul. Have a good day.
Yes.